Taurus, hello beautiful. Melissa here to do your timeless love reading. This is for any placement of Taurus. Cross watchers are also welcome here. I am probably going to speak to you like you are a Taurus sun, more than likely. Probably and more than likely. That was pretty certain, wasn't it? This is a love reading, and we're going to be looking at the energy that you bring to the connection, the energy the person you have in mind brings, as well as a potential outcome and an overarching energy, anywhere from single to married and anywhere in between, just whomever you have on that absolutely beautiful Taurus brain of yours. All right, babies, so let's get at your love lives. Anything you need to know about me, Taurus, you can find in the About section of my channel, and I do recommend checking that out. Oh, baby. We have the Three of Swords in your energy, the High Priestess in your person's energy, and the Three of Cups in the potential outcome, the Chariot card in the overarching energy. Well, wow, we've got a lot of stuff. We've got lots of major arcana. So I see the Devil card, the Justice card. I do feel like justice is going to be served, but I do feel like it has been by way of, I'm almost getting this person broke your heart. There was some toxic tendencies, which I like to call just unhealed. Like, right? Two people that were unhealed, and this isn't like, these are two people that have endured trauma likely, and then got into a connection together, usually to try to fill that void from the trauma that the trauma caused if we hadn't healed from it yet. I am getting that there is some growth coming here shortly, and abundance, prosperity, justice, the scales tipping in your favor, but it does seem like it's been rough with the Chariot card as your actual overarching energy, that this is about going through a rough life. This is about following, kind of the going the right way, doing the right thing, following your calls, following the divine's calls and cues. Against all odds, like with everything stacked against you or many things stacked in your way, the Chariot card is about coming out victorious, though. So it is about that, even though you've been through all of that, and in fact, because you've been through all of that, similar to the Justice card I'm getting right now, you are going to have everything you ever dreamt of waiting on the other side of you healing and following, continuously following the calls. People act like being born into a traumatic life is your fault. It's like, nope, that isn't any baby's fault ever. So having to have gone through things and then having to now in adulthood find a way to cope, heal, handle all of that. First of all, nobody really told us that we are supposed to heal from all the trauma that we had to endure, okay? They just kind of told us that we needed to get through it. They didn't mention anything about having to heal from it. And I do feel like that's what it's saying here, is that you maybe just, you bossed through it, that's for sure, but maybe you just thought that was all it took. And it's saying now there is this moment where you need to actually sit and heal it all. So there's many things that happen when you go through a traumatic life. One is that you feel some of it, right? But some of it, because it's also unbearable and hard to endure, some of it you literally numb your way through it. So these things, the things you numb your way through or you sort of suppress, what does that mean, Melissa? What do you mean I numbed myself? Well, did you ever have something really uncomfortably painful happen to you and then you just bit the bullet? You didn't cry, you just sucked it up like a boss. First of all, you're a Taurus, so the answer is yes. I don't care. I don't care. You likely did not spend time feeling the pain of the things that you've endured in this lifetime, most of them, because you are a very strong person, a very strong-willed person for sure, somebody who does not easily become vulnerable, especially in front of people, but even in front of yourself. I've noticed this about Taurines, is that they literally can't even be vulnerable in front of themselves. This is a tough spot to be in when it's necessary to heal, because the healing does consist of becoming completely vulnerable and feeling everything that you've ever, it's like literally almost having to relive it again as if you were in the situation and crying about it like a big baby, because that's what people love to call me. I might be a big crybaby, but I feel I've never felt more healed in my entire life from all the tears that I've shed. I won't go into this for too long, Taurus, but there is a reason that our body was built to cry, and it's not just to get rid of all of the, salt and cortisol or whatever from the tears. We also make noises, and a vibration is caused within our core that literally is how our body psychically releases energetic pain from our core, okay? So it's looking to me like you are having a hard time, this is literally what's coming through, having a hard time crying in front of yourself, which most people have a hard time crying in front of other people, and they can go home and they can do all the crying they need to do. This is telling me right now you're having a hard time doing this in your own presence. So that is that's concerning for somebody who needs to do some healing. So the other thing that I'm feeling called to say right now is that there is a trauma healing meditation or frequency down below in the description box. I don't know the person who made that frequency. I just really have a passion for helping people heal from their trauma, because it is one of the hardest things I've ever done. The trauma wasn't so bad, but healing from it was extremely exhausting, painful, and again, people will literally try to discourage you from it. Suck it up, buttercup, or get on medication, you look depressed, or whatever it is. People will try relentlessly to stop you from doing the healing you need to do. So the healing needs to be done, but what I will tell you is, and I actually, when I was going through my dark night of the soul, I slept with this, the thing, frequency down in the bottom thing, I slept with it on, just trying to, I don't know if it works, Taurus. What I know for sure works is crying, but if you're having a hard time doing that, try the frequency in the, it says, I think healing from traumatic childhood trauma or something like that, something like that. Try that. Just sleep with it on. You don't actually have to do anything. You don't have to put any effort into it, but it is simulating that vibration in the core that I'm talking about, and the sounds that you make when you are crying. If you listen to the frequency and you think of a time when you cried like that, those are the best cries that we have. Your body actually knows exactly what note it needs to hit. It's very psychic, and what vibration it needs to hit, but you can try these frequencies and see if that works as well, okay? The person that you're dealing with could be a Cancerian, very strong here actually, Libra, Taurus. Libra is very strong as well. I don't know, I feel like it might be a friend of yours, or you're going to become friends. Maybe we were just meant to be friends. Let's find out. I'm sorry, Taurus, I can tell this is going to be a long one, but I do feel like somebody needed to hear that. So if this isn't for you and you're still here, there might be some of the story, some parts of the story that are for you, but don't get offended by anything. This is just what comes through, and there are people that actually need to hear these things. So while sometimes they trigger us, and usually that means there is healing that needs to be done, some people they don't trigger, and some people they really do need to hear this, okay? So we got the Three of Swords, the Tower card, the Lovers card, oh my god, 3 major arcanas, and the Hermit card. It really does say here that you are diligently following your spirit, okay? The things that your soul is calling you to. I do feel like it's saying there's a choice that needs to be made here, and it's like, I'm just getting, let me get more on your person, okay? Yeah, ooh. I was already feeling this on the High Priestess. The High Priestess is my card. It stands for my sign, and I love it. It's one of my favorite cards. But I was getting a really sneaky vibe, especially since you have the Three of Swords here. They ended up with the High Priestess, the Three of Wands, the Four of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. This is somebody who, for whatever reason, it definitely could be because they haven't done the healing they need to do. It could be that this just is the wrong connection for you. But for whatever reason, they feel it necessary to be very private, and you know, this could mean that because they're dating other people, this could mean whatever it means. They're being private. They're hiding things from you. They're withholding information from you. And I do feel like it's saying here that they are just not even. They're not giving you the attention you deserve. They're focused on other things. This is one of the hardest things as far as, especially if you have any like psychic abilities or the ability to feel energy, but God will actually call you to connections that are not right for you so that you can display, so you can show and put into action that you found your worth, okay? I think I've talked to you guys about this before. I just all of a sudden I'm getting the same energy of the way that we find our self-worth is by walking away from connections like this. Well, I can feel this connection. I know there's something here. There's not. There's not something here if they're not showing you that. Even if there is something here, we have to write it off as there's not something here. There is no love worthy. I don't care about twin flames and blah, blah, blah. There is no love worthy of sitting and waiting around for somebody who is not giving you the time of day that you definitely deserve. There is somebody out there that if you can walk away from this connection and completely disconnect, there's a good connection out there waiting for you who will feel just as strong, the connection will, but they'll pour into you and they'll show you all the attention you deserve, okay? Could be a Virgo, a Gemini, a Scorpio, or again, Cancer is very strong here. Again, Taurus, this person might be wonderful, but it's saying here that they do not deserve you at all, okay? That's what I'm getting. You don't understand how powerful you are. It's like it's saying here that you think for some reason this person is so powerful, and the cards are telling you you're the powerful one. It's like you're almost projecting your power onto this person, and you're giving them your power as well by doing that. And it's saying they are kind of minuscule compared to you. While they might be pretty, I'm getting intuitive, so I almost feel like they know just the right things to keep you hanging on. They're not giving you the attention you deserve, but they also don't want you they don't want to lose your attention completely. So I'm getting that they're intuitively figuring out exactly what to say to keep you hanging on just a little bit longer, or in your eyes you're like, well, I'll just wait just a little bit longer. And it's saying, please don't, please walk away. Do not ever give somebody the ball like that. Don't ever give them the, well, I'll just wait here until you're ready. Just let me know when you're ready. Never do that. This is God saying, please, baby, you have no idea how powerful you are, but you will feel it the minute you completely walk away from this person. Again, I'm not saying that you might not even be with this person, but I do feel like you're loyal and committed to this person. Your heart is at this time. It's saying disconnect. As soon as you disconnect, and again, that usually will consist of doing that crying or that healing meditation, because you have this idea that you're connected to this person, and it's really your soul calling you to kind of heal it and fill the voids with self-love and self-worth. What the outcome has to offer you is beautiful. I'm getting that you're going to have new opportunities to grow in every single way, a new love connection. This is you, by the way. Both these cards are you, Taurus and Libra for the Empress, and then we have Taurus for the King of Pentacles. It's saying here that walking away from this person, disconnecting completely, and doing the healing. The healing is mandatory. It's not an optional thing. This is not an optional question on your resume of life. You have to heal if you want to have a happy life, period. Take it from me. I only speak about these types of things from experience. I thought I was happy. I thought I was happy before I healed. But then there was always these moments of darkness and loneliness, and why am I so unhappy today? I was so happy yesterday. I wasn't fulfilled yesterday, and I wasn't truly happy. I had things that were making me think I was happy, external things that I thought was making me happy on the outside. But my inside was still very wounded and very traumatized, and I needed to do this healing. And it's asking you to do this too, because what you have waiting for you, new connections, new friendships, new things to celebrate, abundance, and your total independence. Again, I don't think you can even fathom the amount of attraction, and it's like you're not attracting just people at this time after you do this healing. Your magnet is on. Money wants you. I think we've talked to you about this before, Taurus. Money wants you, people want you, every single thing wants you. Animals are going to start creeping around like little weirdos, creeping up next to you, trying to get your attention, okay? Everybody is going to want your attention. It says as soon as you heal from whatever it is, it's usually from our childhood. People are like, well, that was 40 years ago. Well, if you have never... Again, when we're children, we're very resilient, right? They say we're resilient, but we're really good at suppressing things. So, especially if you had a parent that said, or parents that said, you can't cry. Don't cry, I'll give you a sucker, right? They literally were stopping you from healing from whatever emotional pain you were going through at that moment. And sometimes that's very small and easy to handle later on. You just have a little cry here and think about your childhood for a second. But sometimes it's extreme things that we have to bury down inside our core. And those are going to take some deep crying sessions, writing it out and really releasing it from your body once and for all. Really, when I went through my dark night of the soul, God gave me this opportunity, and I don't know, I feel so blessed. I don't know that everybody gets this particular opportunity, but he kept bringing up memories as I was crying. It's almost like I could feel each memory release from my body because it would flash through my mind as if I was there again. It was so weird. And so this is the kind of thing, so a way that you can kind of ignite that is by writing down anything that still holds pain from your childhood, okay? Writing it down and trying to really feel the pain of it, cry it out. This is why therapy works and things like that too, when you're sitting in therapy talking about your past. If you actually do you're not just sitting there like a robot saying, yeah, then when I was 5, I did this and that isn't gonna help anybody. But if you actually get into your therapist's office and you let out your tears about all those things that you've been through, that is literally releasing that pain. So verbally or written, if you can express whatever you've been through that is still causing pain within your core and cry about it, and use those releasing meditations if you're having a hard time even becoming vulnerable in the presence of yourself, because that did feel like a very prominent message for some of you. You have so many blessings waiting for you, baby, and it's saying God is not asking you to do this healing because there's something wrong with you. He says you didn't do anything to cause this pain within your core, but you are the only one that can actually release it. And he says, I want you to enjoy the rest of your life here, as if it's like your retirement is coming, right? You could be 20 years old, and he's saying the good life, for those of you who have had to endure a lot, whoever I'm reading for has, the good life is right ahead, but you have to heal. Or you're going to live, it's like, even if the blessings come in, you're not going to be able to enjoy them. You'll still have this longing and ache inside your core that is, in fact, suppressed pain, okay? Empathy is the card you got. It says, you feel and understand the emotions of another in the service of love. I almost get like, right now, I'm feeling your pain. I am an empath, but I'm almost getting that there is some of this could just not even be your pain. So what I will tell you in that case, if you're like, well, I don't have any emotional trauma, but I am feeling down, do some empath meditations. And I've been doing that a lot lately because I didn't realize how much we actually do take on other people's emotions and energy. While at the moment, I have a habit where I can literally hug somebody and cry their tears out for them, which I think is kind of cool. But if you have done that, but you haven't released the pain of somebody else's pain, so for me, I got to take their pain from them and release it all in one sit, right? But if you've taken on people's pain but haven't released it, you're holding on to other people's pain. And it is saying to do some trauma or some empath meditations, and that trauma healing will be another way, because if you're holding on to somebody's trauma, if you are an empath and you have that ability to kind of take in somebody else's pain and off of their shoulders and into your body, you might not even realize that you've done that, okay? So do check those out. Again, that frequency down below, you might as well sleep with it on just to see if it works. I don't know if it does. I mean, I did get through my pain, but a lot of crying came along with that as well. I love you so much, Taurus, and I will see you next week. Mwah.